What is everything doing? Everyone from philosophers to clergy to scientists have been thinking about this question for as long as we could ask it. The modern physics community believes to have understood this answer already. This idea is called dark energy. Through observations of distant galaxies, astronomers and astrophysicists have noticed a consistent red shifting of the light that reaches Earth.
We believe the universe is expanding and there's less unit energy per space because we see a red shift. This is similar to a Doppler-Effect. When you hear an ambulance or some sort of siren go by you, the pitch changes as it passes. That's because as the object is moving farther away from you, the light or sound in that case emitted from the object is stretched out. Thus, there's less unit energy per space, and thus we believe the red shifting of the universe means that every object is moving farther away from us. The current belief is that dark energy and dark matter are stretching out the universe, and that makes up about 80 or 90% of all matter and energy in the universe. That's an extremely large amount of unknown forces at work in the universe, so odds are we have no idea what is actually going on, but the consensus is that the universe is expanding at an accelerating pace and will eventually rip into pieces, and an individual hydrogen atom will be so far away that it won't even be able to hold itself together.
This seems so nihilistic. I don't really believe that this is true. So I propose that our conceptions of light have worked. There should be 3 new natures of light. One of them has to do with the fact that when light is emitted radially from something, it should fill its space. So the farther it moves, the more it's spread out, the more red it'll be, because there's less energy, larger amount of space. So volume should affect frequency. This means photons maybe aren't so fundamental as we think, but that's another video. So this would mean that just by traveling, light will redshift, regardless of the Doppler-Effect that we talked about earlier. The next question is, what's in space? Even though we usually think about it as a vacuum, there is stuff in space, and oftentimes we do not take that into account. They're tiny, but they could make a really large difference. Light, when it goes through that tiny stuff, will lose energy to that stuff. And the energy and the frequency are the same. So the smaller the energy, the less frequency. Not exactly the same, you have Planck's constant there. This might not make such a big difference between Earth and Mars, but between us and a super distant galaxy, it'll add up. The third one is that light is attracted to its source almost just as much, or maybe even more in some cases, than it is emitted from its source. Since we are not that massive on Earth, we might not be pulling light that much compared to where else it could go. Imagine a big black hole. It could pull so much of our light. And then also, dark matter just might not be releasing light that we can see. We're just too small or far away to receive it. When you look up in the night sky, essentially, all the stuff that you don't see, all the places you don't see stars, that's dark matter, just to you though. Dark matter is a relative term. Everything is regular matter. So why does this matter? I think it makes more sense that the universe is coming together. This idea allows for much more intuitive rationalizations of the existence and meaning of life, ontology, why to be kind, ethics, and why to learn, epistemology. Unlike dark energy, these are all attractive, not repellent, principles. To be kind is to value others and to be attracted to their benefit, to be attracted to them. Learning is to bring the aspects and patterns of the universe into our minds, to have the world in our minds to better come together, to better do things. In essence, the role of humans is to learn of the universe and participate in its coming together. This knowledge should help guide our decisions. Selfish decisions do less for the universe than decisions which are intended to bring together things larger than the self. Though if all decisions that the universe makes, humans included, are in synchrony with the universe's coming together, then every decision made has some good. There's never a situation where anything is completely bad, or good for that matter. In fact, there's never a situation when anything is completely anything. But that's another video. While everything is where it is for good reason, things can always be better. Love is the most powerful thing in the universe. Because love is coming together. We might as well try to help the universe come together. Love everything. In varying degrees, of course. But help the universe come together.